Hey, what up guys, it's Randall with Roll Call Tech, and this is going to be a quick video on installing Parrot Security OS 3.5 onto VMware ESXi. Parrot OS is a combination of Kali Linux and Cane Linux. It's a security distribution that has a lot of penetration tests, digital forensics, and along with cryptography and anonymity. So it's a nice little package that's a good alternative to Kali Linux. I have Kali Linux. I've used it for a little while, but it's more geared for the advanced user. Whereas Parrot Security OS, it's a little bit more geared for the beginner, so it might be suitable for people that are, getting into ethical hacking, digital forensics, learning a little bit more about cryptography. I cannot say that. Just so you guys know, I just started my second day on night shift, so I just woke up and haven't had enough coffee this morning, so I apologize for if I'm stumbling a little bit. But just go to this website, parrotsec.org, Parrot Security. It's not that much of a flashy website, but it has enough where you can go to the download page, and the full edition has all the tools already pre-packaged in a nice little box for you. You can actually get the light version, which doesn't have any of the tools installed, and you can actually use it as a version of like Ubuntu or something like that. But I went ahead and went to Mirror on the 32-bit, went to the USA, New York, and I clicked download, and I downloaded this Parrot 3.5 full edition. So once when you have your ISO file onto your computer and download, it's about 3.3 gigabytes, so it might take you a little bit. You go ahead and open VMware through the vSphere client, and you open up VMware ESXi. So you go ahead and sign into that, and as you can see, I already have a copy of Kali Linux, Parrot Linux, Parrot OS. I have a backup pfSense router. I have a Windows 10 virtual machine, Windows Server 2008 virtual machine, and a Windows 7 1 terabyte backup virtual machine that I use as an offsite backup. So we'll go over here, and we will go to wherever your I have a couple hard drives on here, 2 regular hard drives, and I have 1 SSD. So I'm going to go to my 1 hard drive where I have my data store. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go to Browse Data Store. I have a folder that I created called ISO Library, and this is where I keep all my ISOs. So as you can see, I already have Parrot full 3.5, the x86 version, and you're not going to have this, so what you're going to want to do is click right here, upload files, navigate to where your ISO image is, and upload it. I've already done that, so it just saved you guys about a couple minutes of work. So now from here, I already have this, but I'm going to go ahead and create another one. So we're going to go right here and click New Virtual Machine. Parrot OS is using Debian kernel, so it's pretty easy. So we're going to just name this oh my god, I can't type today. Alright, so I'm going to name this Parrot OS YouTube test just for you guys. I'm going to pick a spot on here, and I'm going to put it on this hard drive right here. Select Linux, and I'm going to go to Debian 8 32-bit because I have the 32-bit version. Next, I have a couple network cards in here, so I need this internet right here is specifically for my pfSense router, so you need to use your VM network to access the internet for this. The full version of this Parrot OS only uses about 16 gigs of RAM. 16 gigs of hard drive space. If you got the light version, it's about half of that, so about 8 gigabytes. I'm going to give this virtual machine a little bit of extra room in case I want to install anything else on here, so I'm going to give it 40 gigabytes. Thin provision, lazy zero. So pretty much that's it. So now we're going to go ahead and edit our virtual machine. So it recommends a minimum of, you can run this off of, I think, 400 megabytes of RAM, but it recommends 2 gigabytes of RAM. Just for the sake of speeding up this process, I'm going to give this virtual machine a little bit more power. So I'm going to go, and it recommends one core at I think 1 gigahertz or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and give it 4 cores. Video card, leave as is. DVD drive. This is where you are going to go to your data store and select your ISO file to install Parrot Os. So I'm going to navigate from there to my ISO library that I created, click on Parrot Os, and then the big thing right here is click on Connect it, Power On. Floppy disk. This is not required, but who uses floppy drives anymore? I'm going to get rid of that. Everything is good there. Everything is good there. Everything is good there. And finish. So now it's going to be creating my virtual machine, which is created. So now here is my Parrot Os YouTube test. I'm going to power on the virtual machine. It is powered on, and now I'm going to open up a console window. Now I wish I could make this a little bit bigger for you guys, but I can't. I apologize. So you're just going to have to bear with me. Actually, let's see if I can stretch this out a little bit. Nope, still the same size. So now click inside there. Let's go down to install. We're going to use the standard installer. And now this is probably going to take around 15 minutes on this virtual machine. So now it's asking for the language. I'm speaking English, so that sounds like a good one. United States. Yep, I'm in the US. Keyboard controls, American English. Very difficult installation process so far. Alright, so now it's asking for a root password. So root is the administrator of the distribution of Linux. So I'm going to go ahead and set an administrator password. Alright, typing skills don't fail me now. It's going to ask me to re-enter the password. So now it's going to ask for a user. So I'm going to type in just a username. Enter. I'm going to want you to set up a password for that user. Now it's going to default to that username. Re-enter the password. Typing skills don't fail me now. Alright, so my time zone is in Eastern. I am in the state of Georgia. Alright, so now it's asking for the partitioning method. You only have one virtual hard drive, so we're going to be using guided, use entire disk. I detected my 40 gigabyte virtual hard drive. I'm going to put all files on one partition. That's fine. Finish partitioning and write to disk. Yep. Do you want to do that? Yes, I do. So here's the fun part. So now it's going to be installing Parrot Os, and this is going to be where it's going to get a little boring, and I'm probably going to do a little bit of editing to fast forward this process for you. So I'm going to mute my mic and let this install go all the way through, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright guys, we're almost done with the install process here. So I of course stopped the video at like I think 30%, and now we're back to going. So it just finally installed, and now it's going to probably be asking me where to install the bootloader for Grub. So I'm just going to wait for that. Yep, Grub Bootloader, here we go. So now, the easy part about this is you only have one virtual hard drive installed, so this is pretty easy to select. Alright, so now do you want to install the Grub Bootloader into the master boot record? Yes, you do. So now, device for bootloader installation. You only have one hard drive selected, so /dev/SDA, your only hard drive, enter. Finishing the installation. So installation is complete. Be sure to remove your installation media and all that stuff. So you can press continue on that. So now at this point what I should be doing is disconnecting my CD drive and disconnecting that virtual image, that ISO file that you have for your CD drive, but I'm not going to do that. It ain't going to be no big deal. So pretty much at this point the Parrot Os is going to reboot and it's going to enter into the operating system. So now I've been testing this for a little bit and I really do enjoy it. I really do like it. I think it has the best of all three worlds. It has the best of Ubuntu, it has the best of Kali Linux, it has the best of Kane Linux, and I'm about to show you the reason why I like it. You could actually install this if you were a Linux guy. This would be a great base OS for there because it has all the hacking tools, but it has all the other stuff that you would use as just like a regular user on top of programming and all the other stuff. You can actually use this, I mean, just as your daily driver operating system if you wanted to. So here we go. So now it is rebooting, and of course it's automatically going to boot directly into the Parrot Security OS operating system. So here we go. So now, like I said, that user and image you created, mine was Ghost. You can select other and go in as the administrator. So I'm going to go in as root with the password that you selected. Log in. And this is it in a nutshell. So let me see if I can full screen this. Auto fit window, no, that does that. Enter full screen mode. Okay, Control and enter. Still the same size. That ain't gonna help me any. Oh, and I actually did Control Alt Delete. Oops, Control Alt Enter. So okay, we're stuck like this. But okay, so this is Parrot OS. So pretty much you have the nice little user interface here. You also have the drop-down menu right here. The one thing I like about it is it has anonymous surfing. So right here, if you click anonymous surfing, you let it run through a thing, and it basically enters you into the Tor network. Or you can use I2P. It has its own little Mozilla Firefox where you can go to the deep web if you so choose to go there. That's not a place that I really like to venture into, so I stay away from there. But if you want to browse anonymously, with one click it automatically starts and you can stop that anonymous browsing at any time. It has cryptography. Man, I need more coffee. Games, graphics, internet, all this stuff. But now if you go into the Kali Linux side of things, it has your most used tools. So if you've been on Kali Linux, it has your common tools that you use: Wireshark, Aircrack NG, cryptography, which I don't think Kali Linux has this, but you can mess around with cryptography, information gathering, vulnerability analysis, your web application analysis, your database exploits. You got MDB, SQL. You got some powerful tools here. Exploitation tools. You got your Metasploit, post exploration, backdoors, all that fun stuff. Password attacks, sniffing and spoofing, digital forensics. This is where I like it. There's a whole bunch of tools for digital forensics, reverse engineering, reporting tools, as well as you got a whole bunch of programming tools: Qt Creator, SQLite database browser, a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm not really just doing an overview of this. I'm just showing you how to install this on ESXI 6.0. But just going to give you a little bit of rundown. You have a task manager up here, so you can click on this, and it shows you the process just like Windows Task Manager. Linux, they call it System Monitor. Shows your resources and all that stuff. But okay, guys, well, that was just a quick little tutorial on how to install Parrot Security OS on VMware ESXi 6.0. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Randall with Roll Call Tech. I'm out.